Hi everyone, we will get started now. So I am Cheryl Torano and my background is in ethical hacking. Oh wait, my clicker's not working, it is now. My background is in ethical hacking, but my passion is in empowering others to defend themselves in this digital world that we now find ourselves living in. My current role is Business Development Manager for Scotland's cyberQuarter, and I'm here today to talk about how the Scottish cyber industry can get ahead of the threat landscape. For those of you that don't know, the cyberQuarter is an £18 million research and innovation hub. It's housed within the campus of Abertay University in Dundee. We opened our doors in the summer of 2002, thanks to funding that we received from the Tay-Cities deal. Thankfully, we've got funding in place to run the hub for the next 10 years. Now, whilst the hub is housed on Abertay campus, it is not just for Abertay, it is for the whole of Scotland. It's not an extension of teaching space. It's an interdisciplinary research and innovation centre that addresses major challenges to ensure that our future world is safe, secure and resilient. The cyberQuarter, it's a physical space. It's a 4-floor building that compromises of hot desk and facilities. It's got meeting rooms, it's got social spaces, it's a collaboration space, it's a research space. We host cybersecurity related events and gatherings, but it's much more than just a physical space. It's a learning space that brings together academics, students and organisations to discuss current issues, to share knowledge and address future global cybersecurity challenges. Abertay University is an academic centre of excellence in cybersecurity education, and we recognise the worldwide shortage of cybersecurity skills. With the help of the cyberQuarter, we're able to offer businesses direct access to new and experienced talent, as well as giving real-world experience to our students. The mission of the cyberQuarter is to deliver and enable a portfolio of activities that supports the use of digital technology securely, safely and resiliently, and to drive responsible and secure innovation. The ethical and collaborative approach that we are taking is helping to de-risk innovation, and it's helping to build a healthy eco-cyber system within the Tayside area. Now, how are we doing this? We are driving applied research. We are delivering a programme of cross-discipline research projects which arise from global cybersecurity challenges, future trends, and basically from problems brought to us from our industry partners. We've got a number of industry partners, and I basically went to them and was like, tell me what problems you've got. Give us a list of them. I foolishly said that to Police Scotland, and they hit me with a huge list of problems that we're working through. It's good, but yeah, that's basically the approach that we're taking. Tell us what issues you're having, and we will help work on them. We're working on impactful R&D for the cyber industry to alleviate firefighting. We've recently built up some new labs in the cyberQuarter for research and development purposes. Now, we've named them MAL, HAL, and VAL. MAL is our malware analysis lab. The MAL focuses on academic research and will become a centre of expertise in malware analysis for the whole of Scotland. The idea from this one did come from Police Scotland. We ran a workshop with them, I think it was about October last year. And again, we were saying to them, what's your problems? They told us that currently any samples of malware or ransomware that are found in Scotland, they're currently being sent outside of Scotland via Europol. It's just madness, absolute madness. As you can imagine, this process, it causes long delays, it causes a disconnect between the operational investigation and the analyst, hence the creation of MAL. It's established to exploit the clear synergy between academic research and cybersecurity and the operational capabilities. The nature of malware and cybercrime are such that they're constantly evolving, meaning that a constant research effort is needed to maintain understanding and development of malware and anti-malware techniques and to develop effective and timely responses. Having a Scottish analysis capability, it will improve both the speed and quality of evidence available to investigators and those seeking to counter cyber criminals. All research findings from the MAL will be shared with our partners at S-SOC, Police Scotland, Cyber and Fraud Centre Scotland and our industry partners. Thus developing a body of knowledge and increasing the capability to deal with malware attacks in Scotland and in turn increase Police Scotland's capability to respond to these malware ransomware threats in a timely manner. Additionally, by positioning the MAL within the university, Abertay will benefit from access to research problems, which will increase the impact of work and improve the employability of our students by providing them with real hands-on work experience. So our students are the first line of defence for this MAL. We've provided them with all the training they've needed, and we're employing them to operate this MAL. They're the first line of defence. They've got experienced staff alongside them, but straight in it's going to the students. They're the ones analysing, reporting, and basically doing all the work around the MAL. It's a fantastic opportunity for them. You'll have all heard about students graduating and they get hit with, oh, you don't have experience. We're punting them out trained and experienced. I just think that is absolutely fantastic. Now, the day-to-day function of the MAL is to research malware by collecting, cataloguing, reverse engineering and analysing malware samples to research possible countermeasures. For example, can AI decrypt ransomware? It should be able to. That's the type of thing that we are working on in the MAL. The MAL will also act as a repository of expertise and knowledge which can be consulted by SC3, Police Scotland and Scottish Government. Basically, we will have a repository of all the MAL that's coming into Scotland, the attributes towards it, so who made it, who sent it out. We'll be looking at all that type of information to see if we can put together some attributes that will lead us towards who's punting it out and where it's coming from, that type of thing. When required, the MAL has also got the capability to provide an incident response style capability to SC3 and Police Scotland when needed. We haven't had to use it yet, but it's that capability is there. And again, it'll be the students that will be the front line for that, giving them that frontline experience. Next up, we have HAL, which is our Human Aspects Lab. This lab focuses on the human-to-computer interaction. So it's commonly acknowledged that security requirements cannot be addressed by technical means alone. And that is a significant aspect of protection, comes down to attitudes, awareness, behaviour, and the capabilities of the people involved. So we're trying to turn people into human firewalls. We're looking at things like phishing attacks, romance fraud, the information security culture, user-friendly authentication methods, privacy attitudes and practices, social engineering and other human-related risks involved in cybersecurity. We also have VAL, which is our Virtual Analysis Lab. Now, this one is very much still a work in progress, but it will be a virtual crime scene, which will focus on investigation and training. We are teaming up with our friends in the forensics department for this, and we are working with our criminology students. Like I say, that one is still very much in the process. We're getting that up and running, but that will be one to watch out for as well. Lastly, and possibly one of the most exciting ones, we have the bunker. This will be Scotland's first Sustainability and Security Operations Centre, so an S-SOC. This joint venture is being driven by the cyberQuarter and an organisation called Smart Net Zero. We are aiming to develop a leadership in smart infrastructure engineering and cyber physical security. Up and down the critical, that'll be focused on going on up and down the critical supply chains. We'll be offering a unique proposition around resilience as a service, integrating sustainability and cybersecurity as its core. Part of this development of the bunker, which will be housed in the cyberQuarter, is a dedicated 24/7 S-SOC. It will have labs for testing, monitoring and predictive planning for energy efficiency and operational technology security. That was a mouthful. So it's from IoT to things like sensors to PLCs. The planned lab will link in with the malware analysis lab that I mentioned earlier. We'll have a hybrid of physical OT/BMS equipment in the lab, which will also virtualise out to develop and recreate realistic environments from hospital to transport hubs to manufacturing plants. Basically, we'll have sections throughout the bunker, and this type of research and development will be going on constantly. As part of the bunker, we also have aspirations to build out accredited test centres that will be used from desk-based training as well as providing IoT security assurance. Ultimately, we want to build out the largest knowledge repository of operational technology weaknesses and exploits. To support this, as well as ensuring we have the skills capacity being developed, we'll be working with the likes of Skills Development Scotland and other regional academic partners, like Abertay, to develop the first smart infrastructure engineering training and student pathway. So again, another fantastic opportunity for our students. There's not a lot of OT training available at the moment, especially in Scotland, and that's something that we definitely have to train to try and work against. Now, another huge part of the cyberQuarter's mission is to enable a collaborative network, to expand and deepen engagement with research and users, our partners, to accelerate knowledge exchange and drive innovation. This slide here, it shows some of our partners. Now, the operating model that we've taken for the cyberQuarter, it allows public, private and third sector organisations to partner with us. You can see some of our partners there. So, for example, we have got the S-SOC based in the cyberQuarter. That's the S-SOC for the whole of Scotland. We've also got the likes of, we've got TechScaler, we've got DigiFleck. It's a whole mixture of partners there. So we're getting that input from all different sectors, which is really important. We've also got the wider community. So we do support the likes of, one of my favourite spaces to dance in is the Women in Cyber. We do a lot of support there, so we support the Empowering Women to Lead in Cyber. We've got our own Ladies of Dundee Hacking Society. There's multiple institutions there that we support and work with and collaborate on a regular basis. We also support cyber innovation. So we support cyber startups, innovators and or social enterprises, which grow and scale the impact of our research. One of our partners is TechScaler, so we're working closely with them to encourage more startups, which will in turn help to close that skills gap that we're all very aware of. Lastly, we facilitate community engagement and civic participation in cybersecurity. We've been working hard to develop our community engagement and civic participation to explore issues including diversifying the talent pipeline, the well-being of the cybersecurity workforce and increasing public skills. So that's things like, we know that CISOs suffer from burnout, so we're working on projects like sleep inoculation for CISOs, anything that we can try and help alleviate the problems the industry are having. We've been collaborating with Scottish Enterprise to build out a Tay Cities digital ecosystem group. The focus of that is we're building a digital roadmap for the Tayside area. We've identified key organisations in the area, we've identified which gaps there are in the area, and we're working on an action plan to target these areas. Again, we will publicly share all this information found with the hopes of growing and strengthening our ecosystem. The cyberQuarter research extends across the cybersecurity lifecycle. Most organisations, they don't have resources to carry out research and development activities, let alone activities that relate to cybersecurity. As most of you know, cybersecurity is usually an afterthought. People don't care until they get breached. We need to change this. And this is exactly what the cyberQuarter is for. We've got dedicated researchers. They spend their entire day researching. It's what they love. They love to research. I'm not an academic, by the way, in case you didn't notice that. But we do have dedicated researchers that are there. We just need to give them problems. They will do the research to alleviate you guys fighting the fires. We want to hear your problems. We want to research ways to help solve your problems. We want your malware. We want your ransomware. Any other nasty viruses that you have. Please don't start emailing them to us, so I'm not pouting to be fished here. Definitely don't want that. What I'm here asking for is for the Scottish cyber community to collaborate with us, help us to develop a safe and secure digital world within Scotland. Please feel free to reach out to me. My contact details are on the board there. If you've got any further questions or you'd like further info about how to get involved in the cyberQuarter, please feel free to reach out. I'm going to stop it there and I'm going to open the floor to any questions that anyone has. Any questions? Hi.
So how do we get, if we, thanks, Jerry from ACCA. If we find a piece of malware that we don't know what it is an hour about, how do we get that to you? How do we engage with you?
So the way we're doing it with Police Scotland just now is we are providing them with secure USB devices and they are transferring the malware to us that way. And then we will store it securely, we will catalogue it, and we will look at techniques to reverse it, and like I said earlier, any attributes related to like where it came from and stuff. So we are actively looking for malware and ransomware, so please, if anyone has any, please do get in touch. Like I say, just don't email it across to me. Any more questions?
attributes, are they shared back to the company that shared that with you?
Yes.
Or is it going to, oh, perfect.
It
And
is.
the repository that you spoke about, is that public facing? Is that something that we can look at?
It won't be public facing, but there's ways that you can get involved with it. So basically anyone that sells us ransomware, we will give them a report relating to it, where it comes from, what it does, how to stop it, that type of thing. And anyone that gets involved, we will give them access to the repository. So basically anyone that gets in touch and says, we found this, if we've already got details of it in our suppository, that's when we will be like, here we go, here's the information on it. That is the point of it. It's not, we're not doing it for money, it's not a service, it is for the benefit of Scotland and to help counteract cyber criminals. Any further questions?
My name's Andrew Rendell. Nice to meet you. Sorry I arrived late.
Sorry.
There's a gentleman here today who I was speaking to, which is why I was late arriving. He's a refugee from Ukraine, Shields. He's got tremendous skills and background in security, also support, and some AI. And he's somewhat struggling to access basically the job market in Scotland. And I'm wondering, particularly from the slide that you put up with all your sort of collaboration partners, whether you could provide any hints and tips as to how he should engage.
So basically I would suggest getting along to networking events and such at the cyberQuarter, getting involved. We've run a lot of free courses. So there's a lot of entry-level cybersecurity courses that we are getting up and running just now. So I definitely suggest them getting involved in something like that. I mean, type of people like that, I'm happy to have a chat with them and try and encourage them.
I'll ping in your email.
Please do. I'd be more than happy to have a chat and try and get them involved. The more the merrier.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No worries at all. Any more questions? Nope. Okay, well, thank you very much for coming along today. If anyone thinks of anything else that they'd like to ask, you've got my email address. Please feel free to reach out. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Happy to answer any questions in the future. Thank you very much.